Hey folks, we're in beautiful Carlsbad today, here to check out the new DS Adapt at Cobra HQ. To check out the brand new DS Adapt Series woods, fairways, and irons. We got a lot of great footage in store for you, and we're gonna give you the full rundown on why the DS Adapt Series is gonna change your game. With the new Future Fit 33 technology that they've implemented, plus a whole heck of a lot of other features, you're not gonna wanna miss this. So I'm here today at Cobra's headquarters with Caitlin, the iron expert. She's here to walk us through some of the great new changes to the DS Adapt and how it's going to elevate your game. Hey Caitlin, how you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
You know, Caitlin, one of the biggest questions we want to know is how have you guys already expanded upon the already incredible and high-performing dark speed irons? What have you done differently?
Well, thank you for those kind words. We're always looking to improve however we can, small or large improvements. But year over year, we've been able to get more distance, more speed for that golfer that we're targeting with this particular iron here, which is the DS Adapt. Really tailored to 10 to 20 handicap players looking for as much forgiveness as possible in an iron. So we packed a ton of technology into this particular model this new year, expanding on a few of the technologies that we used previously in dark speed.
Incredible. So can you speak a little bit more on the technologies that you've implemented and how it's changed the game?
So one of the things that we added this go around was a brand new 360 speed shell face. We've used a power shell L-cup face insert for a few years now, so we've updated that to our largest face insert that we've designed in an iron yet. So this new insert wraps all the way around on the toe and further onto the sole. So if you can think of it kind of exploded apart, the face insert itself is roughly 50% of the surface area of the iron. So really big insert, gives you more speed across the face. It's a thinner face design that we've used before, so more speed and more forgiveness on those off-center hits that we all need a little bit of help with here.
Yeah, yes, we do. And with that, you know, I've heard a lot about the adaptive face technology. Is that the face insert? Is there some other piece in there that's adjusting it, or is it the face insert?
So the Adapt family name essentially speaks to all of the different ways that we are tuning every component of the product specifically for the player that we're designing the product for. So whether that's the internal weighting, such as the power bridge that's found inside the iron that positions weight really low to the ground to get that CG low so you get higher launch. And also hot face technology, which is a variable thickness design that we use on the face that's designed using machine learning. Basically studies different impact patterns that this golfer typically makes on the face and designs the face accordingly. So really innovative technology that we've included in this iron to tailor performance for different handicaps. And then of course the big new thing that we have this year is the addition of a second iron model in the DS Adapt family, the Max. So with custom fitting being very important these days, having the ability to fit different players using different models is really key. So we have a standard model, the DS Adapt, and then the Max. So comparing those two irons against each other, the Max is going to have a slightly oversized profile. So looking down at it, you're gonna see a little bit of a thicker top line, wider sole. This is gonna be tailored to the player that's looking for higher launch as well. So we have 2-degree weaker lofts in the Max versus the standard DS Adapt. So with these two models, it really kind of extends through the whole spectrum of handicaps from, you know, your 5 handicap player that's looking for forgiveness all the way to 20 plus handicaps that are looking for high launch and a ton of forgiveness in an iron.
I mean, that sounds like an incredible lineup. We're all very excited for this, I know it. And with that in mind, can you walk us through how you guys have changed the shape of the club and head to give us more both height and spin? I've heard a lot of information out there that you guys really want to take that and bring it to the next level. So how have you guys made changes to really bring more spin and height to the iron game?
So when we're designing irons with every new generation, we obviously want to prioritize distance and speed, but also launch, because in fittings these days, you know, with shallower attack angles and people with slightly slower swing speeds, they need a little bit more help when it comes to getting the ball up in the air. So in addition to all of the internal technologies that we have to help get CG low so you get high launch, And with the addition of a second iron model with weaker lofts to address that as well, we're doing a lot with the shape. So we have, wider sole widths than we do compared to our players' irons, for example. And then the shape of the DS Adapt, since it's a game improvement iron, it's going to be a little bit larger than you would find, in our tour irons or our CBMB irons. So that's going to help with, stability on off-center hits with a longer blade length compared to a smaller compact blade.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And kind of with that in mind, there's clearly a very important feedback process between your development team and the player themselves. And especially when we take it to, the stance of a tour player, what's that feedback process look like? How are you guys prototyping this? And, what's the Cobra way?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we obviously do a lot of testing, both internally with our team, our R&D team, and also externally as well through various focus groups and testing panels. So we try to get as much feedback from different types of players as we can, as well as tour. I mean, not just our better players irons, but also our game improvement irons too, cascading a lot of the technology that we use in our premium lines, such as the King line, down into our game improvement line as well. So we try to get as much feedback as we can from various different sources.
I mean, it shows. That's why you guys have some of the best clubs on the market. And kind of thinking about that as well, we have a lot of very particular players out there, and they're always trying to fine-tune their game. Where would you recommend players look when it comes to shafts? There's a bunch of stock options, and there's quite a few upsell options as well. What would be your recommendations on the stock side and the upsell side? And what would you recommend for a customer trying to figure out what's going to be the best stock upgrade for them, or if they have a little extra change in their pocket and they want to get that upsell version, what would they be looking for, and what would you recommend?
Well, one of the things that we do that not a lot of other companies do is offer aftermarket shafts in our entire product line. So from our metals to our irons, we offer premium aftermarket shafts. So not made for shafts, that we source elsewhere. These are the exact same shafts that you can buy off the shelf. So it helps create better performance that way throughout our entire line, and offers incredible value at the price points that we sell our products at. And we also have a wide selection of free aftermarket, no upcharge shafts that players can purchase in our metal woods and irons as well. But really, when they're looking at the right configuration for them, what we recommend is going to a custom fitter and obviously getting fit. The shafts that we have that come with the products are obviously tested internally, and they work, the best way that we've designed them for with the club head as a complete package. So as buying a Cobra product off the shelf with the aftermarket shafts that we offer in the irons and metal woods, it's going to be a great setup, but obviously not perfect for everybody. That's why we recommend getting fit or going to a retail store and trying out a few different options. And in our metal wood line, for example, we have several different shafts that we offer through stock in various spin and launch profiles. So you can easily go and try a few different combinations of club heads and shaft configurations to find the best one that's right for you.
Kind of my last question for you is, what do you think is the most transformational feature that you have added to the DS Adapt over the original Dark Speed?
So speaking about the metal woods in particular, we have a brand new Future Fit 33 system that allows us to adjust loft and lie up to 2 or -2 degrees.
Wow.
So this gives us 33 unique settings, and for the first time in a Cobra driver, fairway, and hybrid, you can adjust loft and lie independently of each other to give you a ton of range when it comes to adjusting ball flight trajectory and launch angle, as well as spin. And then pairing that with 4 different driver models and 3 different fairway models, each with adjustable weighting technology, we have provided people with more fitting options than ever before.
I love it. Well, Caitlin, that's all the questions we have for you today. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everyone for listening in with the Iron Expert.
Thank you.